Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Nothing Like a Good Book. This is the show where you can have a giggle, a bit of fun. You know, we look at a different way of authoring and writing and whatever. It doesn't matter what you've got. We love to discover your book, all right, because it's your baby. And we love to promote your book, all books, plural. And we love to help you sell your book. And now my site is up and running and what have you. And you might even win a complimentary interview. All sorts of things there. Go to nothinglikeagoodbook.com. Okay. Nothinglikeagoodbook.com. And there's lots of books on there of authors we've interviewed and all sorts of good stuff. Okay. So have a good look. Now, this particular episode is featuring a gentleman by the name of Don Campbell, very talented fella. He was born in eastern Kentucky and spent much of his early life in Lexington. That's where the great horse race is, I think. Lexington, Kentucky. He graduated from the University of Kentucky with a degree in allied health and works as an X-ray technician, AART, general ultrasound sonographer, lots of letters after that one, and vascular ultrasound sonographer, same with that. Has a BA in business economics and an MBA in business finance from Authur University. No idiot. Somebody found time to write. Absolutely fantastic. And in fact, I think without further ado, we'll bring him on. His name is Don Campbell.
And thank you for having me. It's a pleasure catching up with you again.
So how have you been?
I've been well. My family's keeping me busy, so I'm thankful for that. Life is good.
Longer, I notice. So you're looking like Methuselah there, bud.
Well, this is because of my wife. I did some work for the big guy, Mr. Claus, back over the holidays, and I went to get it all taken off, and my wife came up and said, no, she goes, you know what? Some heads look good bald. Yours is not one of them. Let it grow. Let it grow. So now I'm on a rebellion state of letting it grow out.
Well, mate, look, for more than 50 years, you've written poetry, creating over something like 350 poems and songs. But the short stories in your series that you've written began as bedtime sales for children. Your children during the 1970s through the 90s, with some pieces dating back even to the 60s. And your children later encouraged you to compile these stories into books for their own families. So when you sort of passed on, there was this lovely memories of, you know, granddad and dad and so on, giving rise to the Enchanted Characters and Imagination collection. True or not true?
Absolutely true, Mark. Absolutely true. Yeah, my girls give me the energy to get up in the morning and keep going. And when they were growing up, our time together was at bedtime. So I started creating stories, living on a farm in Kentucky.
We're going to go into those, and I'm going to show these books as well. But I want to get this this first one out of the way because this is a little different. Ghost Shadow, right? It's nonfiction, right?
Well,
it's a really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really a nonfiction story. I lived in Greece at the time, and Jason Bourne was movies that I really enjoyed, and I wrote a basically Interpol book where the Interpol people track down drug cartels. So it was a lot of fun to write. And again, I was in Greece, and writing helped me stay busy. It occupied my time, kept me away from depression, kept me from missing home. So writing gave me a lot, and I hope I give that back.
I guess I can't ask you what you were doing work-wise in all these places you've been to. You'd probably have to shoot me if you told me, right?
Well, you know, Mark, sorry, but if I told you, I'd have to make you disappear.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right. Well, you know what? Forget it. I don't want to know about it. Forget about it. Now, look, as we go through these, I'd appreciate you sharing the story, all right? Because pictures tell 1,000 words. We're talking about, volumes 1, 2, and 3. So here we go. Look at this. Bingo. Enchanted Characters. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, that's Zoe, our youngest little girl, on her horse Star, and she's coming outside the 31-acre forest, which is actually our farm near Lexington, Kentucky, between Lexington and Louisville. And so anyway, that's just some of the characters in some of the stories in the 31-acre forest. Volumes 1, 2, and 3, and this is volume 2. This is actually volume 1, but volume 1 was so big, Mark, that my publishers, who was Tasha Hayes at the time, and Sophie Gray. They're both my publishers today with U.S. Books Publishing. They came to me and they said, Don, this book is way too big. And let me go back just a step. My girls came to me and they said, I want your stories that you told us for bedtime, so we'll have them for our families and our great nephews and, your great nephews and nieces and stuff like that. So I wrote what I had available in this one huge book. And then the girls came up, or my publishers came up and said, too big. So we had to break it down. So we broke that book down into poems, songs, and little tidbits of knowledge, which became volumes 1 and 3. And then the book that you're looking at became a shorter version of book 2. So 1, 2, and 3 originally was one whole book. But
yeah, Don,
I believe.
This one, tell us about it.
Okay, this is Mia. Mia lives in a magical land, and there's a dark cloud over the land, and her job is to figure out how to make that darkness go away and bring light and beauty back to her village. It's part of the 31 Acre Forest stories. Really a pretty story, and she meets all kinds of lovely characters along her path, and she don't realize it at the time, but she actually has magical powers of her own, but she discovers those through her travels.
Right.
And that's the little girl in yellow. Her name's Mia. She's actually modeled after Brandy, our oldest little girl.
Right.
And so I think you'll like that story. But Mia and Brandy are actually the same person when you read those stories.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. And the fireworks up the top there and so on.
Mm-hmm.
From a book's point of view, and anybody watching who wants to do what you're doing, in children's stories and illustrations and so on, it's critical, isn't it, that the covers are nice?
I think so personally, that it reflects what you're trying to say. But I write kids stories, mostly bedtime stories.
Right.
And I took those from growing up with my girls and having that special time at night with them and telling them a story and then adding to it and making it grow. But then walking away and hearing them laugh and giggle. And, it's just a wholesome moment. And I'm thankful, God's been good to me. And I hope I repay that to humanity.
Very special time of the day. I'm showing some different fonts across the bottom where you could buy your actual selection of books and where they are at. Mm-hmm. Now, there's this particular one, which is doncamblebooks.com/ICA. That's the one direct to where? Amazon?
That's my web page.
That's your web page.
That's my web page. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is youtube.com /@Enchanted_Characters.
But your books are everywhere. They're not just on Amazon. They're at Barnes & Noble as well, and Lulu. And
Barnes Noble, Lulu. And I also do some self-publishing through Draft to Digital.
Okay.
So anyone that's interested in writing a book and making it affordable to test what they can do.
Yeah, contact me and we'll go from there. That's what.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Your publisher's got a good plug there, which is nice. Now, let's go to the next one. Where am I? Here we go. This one is rather, whoa. What's the story behind this?
This lady is special, and she's in a lot of the books because she does special things. She's actually in some VA stories. I worked a lot for the VA administration, and she's in a lot of those.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. God was good to me. I hope I pay it back. This lady's name is Elowen, Elowen. So when people talk, you read about Elowen, this is who she is.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. When you write these books, they come into your mind and you're flowing away there or typing away there. How do the names come to you? How do you name your characters?
Great story. I spent years overseas, like 20 years of my 73-year life overseas. Much of that time I spent in the Middle East and in Europe. Elowen was a lady I met in Poland who was our cook, and she really could have been my mother at the time. I was about 28, I guess. She could have been my mother, and I just fell in love with her. I had no place to put her, but she was a caretaker.
Right.
And Elwyn, in this story that you see here, this picture, Elwyn is a caretaker. She's a caretaker for the 31-acre forest, but she's also a caretaker over Arlington National Cemetery,
Okay.
and stuff like that. So when you get into some of these books, you'll read stories about Arlington that I spent a lot of time. I used to live in Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Okay.
I worked overseas. I had an apartment there.
That's Arlington's huge. It's
it
another
is.
story within itself, isn't it?
It really is. It's beautiful.
I love forests too, Don, with the wind coming through them, and I think they're very creative.
Yes.
I just wanted to show something again now. This particular website here is what? This is just doncampbellbooks.com.
That's my website, so people can go there. They'll see videos that I've done.
Okay.
They'll get some information on the history of who I am. They'll walk through the stories, the first 7 book series in the set, or the series 1 through 7. The Easter, A Shepherd's Story is in there. I believe Christmas.
The Shepherd's Story. So we're talking about this one.
Yes.
Yeah, look at all the choice.
This book is really special to me. And Easter coming up, I recommend
Right.
everybody at least go to the library and pull it up. A lot of libraries carry our books, and I'm thankful for that.
Right.
But Easter, I actually wrote this story. I lived in Tel Aviv, and my translator, or my interpreter, his name was Eli. The little boy sitting on the book there, his name was Eli, and he had these chickens.
Chickens, right?
Yeah, these chickens laid colored eggs. That's where Easter eggs come from. So if you read the story, you'll see where Easter eggs come from.
Okay.
And why we color them today. I wrote the story
and all that at Easter time. Yeah.
And I wrote that story sitting on the Jordan River. I was just south of Bethlehem. And people that may not know the region, Bethlehem is about 10 kilometers or 6 miles south of Jerusalem. And I had the honor of almost walking the entire country. Of course, it's a small country about the size of New Jersey. Beautiful people, beautiful culture, food. Everyone speaks English. Everybody lives together in harmony. The Jews, the Muslims, the Christians, they're all there.
Yeah, the ones that do live in there work in harmony and live together. It's quite ironic. Everybody else around them wants to throw them into the sea, but still, it's another story.
A lot of their problems are from outsiders, and I hate that because
That's the problem. The generic public don't see that, but they got to get rid of that mob, but they'll never disarm.
For over 50 years, Daniel Roth has lived for that moment. A 2-time Grammy Award winner, former publisher at Simon & Schuster, and executive at HarperCollins, he's helped countless writers turn ideas into art. Whether it's a novel, a screenplay, or a documentary, Daniel brings the experience of Hollywood and publishing together, helping creators find the story that truly connects. Now he's showing that passion, teaching, guiding, and inspiring writers of all ages to make.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Roth. I'm an editor. I can help you find your story. Give me a call.
You shared an apartment with friends during the years in the Middle East. You talk about that. And a lot of your characters, when you look at your books, I mean, it's imagination plus, isn't it? I mean, I love this. I call my doggy an angel with no wings. That's what he is.
Oh, my heavens. Well, this is really a pretty story. This is a little boy who's lost. He's lost in the world. He don't necessarily have autism, but he has a little special art. And he don't communicate well with others except for his mother and his dad. He and his dad are fairly close. But outside of that, he's withdrawn from the world. So this little angel that don't have wings is sent to help him by helping him and spending years with him. They spend years together. The little boy comes out of his sadness. As you can see, I'm affected by it because I'm actually writing about a little boy here that I know.
Right. Now I can see that you're an empath, my friend. You're an empath. These books are beautiful stories in their own right, but they've also got messages. They've also got good news messages and things to share. And I think this particular one also speaks for itself, doesn't it, really?
I think it does. The angel herself ends up getting wings at the end of it.
She got her wings.
So yeah, she earns her wings.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but to me, it's a pretty story, and I'm actually writing about a little boy that I know. So
Right. Yeah, got your wings. That brings back memories. My first solo flight, you get your wings. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. Now we're going to come all the way to Phoenix.
Oh my heavens!
Arizona.
This is a beautiful story. I don't know if anyone's been to Glendale, Arizona. Go to, if you ever make it out. If you haven't been there, go to the public library. Behind the public library is this huge farm, and they have something like 130 to 160 peacocks. These peacocks, when they started years ago, back in 1918 or something, there was 2 peacocks that came out, and now they're just herds of them. But the peacocks spend the days over at the library. So you can't walk into the library without stepping over peacocks. And they are as fun as they can be. Beautiful animals, animals. And oh my gosh, they cry. If you ever saw the movie Up, at the end of it, you'll see a little bird in there named Kevin, and it cries because it loses its children. So it starts crying for them. Uh-huh. That's a peacock, and that's exactly what they sound like. So anyway, Glenn and Dale are 2 of the peacocks that created this. And I write the story of how Glendale got its name by the 2 peacocks. So again, great fantasy, but
Glendale, Arizona, because I used to live in up there in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Before
you've been out there then.
I know Glendale, yeah, but these birds, man, they're huge in Australia. I mean, they're beautiful birds.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, still of the 2-legged kind.
Oh, well, that's true.
You know, if you've traveled like you have, you know, Australia's Sheilas and birds, and not the American tomatoes and
blokes.
You know, if there's any Aussies watching, you'll get it. Peacocks are beautiful. We've got some stunning peacocks in beautiful sanctuaries. The Hillsville Sanctuary was a beautiful place for all sorts of birdies. And these just stood out. And when they fan out, you know what I mean? It's just
unbelievable. Oh, yeah. They don't look real. They look imagination.
Now, these are some nice birds. Who are these?
Oh, my heavens. These are my girls. Yeah.
They're your girls. All right.
Brandy.
Brandy.
And then the little girl in the middle, her name's Catherine. We call her Cat.
Right. Why? Because of Catherine. Okay.
Yeah, it just, you know, and well, she loves cats. She had an Egyptian cat named oh shoot, I'm going to say Jessie, but that wasn't her. But anyway, I'll think about it in a second.
One of those sleek, long-looking, beautiful,
without hair,
blue eyes, aren't they? Or
I don't know if she had blue eyes or not, but she was a hairless.
Right.
She was strange looking.
Yeah, scary, man.
But,
I mean, any cats without hair. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. She loved that cat, and
she loved it just as much as you.
So when we called her Cat, that worked out well for her. So.
It didn't matter, right? Because it's her baby. That's the way it is. But you know what? With all of these beautiful books, and there's many, many more, but I can't put any more than 10 shots up.
Sure.
Dear idea. It's not good, for what I pay, but never mind. Look at this one. Here's the troop.
That's
Here's the gang that makes all of the beautiful Enchanted series. How many have you done now when it all boils down? How many books?
Oh, 7 in a series of Enchanted Characters and Imagination, volumes 1 through 7. We have 7 in a bedtime story series that should be released in October.
Right.
They're small books. They're for bedtime. The Easter book, Easter, A Shepherd's Story, and Christmas Eve Magic are 2 of the books that will be in there.
All right.
Then on draft to digital, I have 8 or 9 just short stories, some of them 30 pages and some of them 88 pages. But that's self-published, just stories I wanted to get out there, but they weren't big enough for Amazon to handle. So
Amazon's rule of 100 pages, isn't it?
It is 100 pages.
Yeah.
And they kind of rule the system. They set the price. One good thing I like about Draft to Digital is I control the book. I can set the price. I can put it on sale.
Right.
I can give you a promotional code.
Yeah.
So I have some control over it. When I write something and we all work together as a team to read it out.
Yeah.
When we do that and it goes to the publisher, after that, I have no control over anything.
Right.
U.S. Books Publishing, they take care of all the illustrations. I do the final approval on it, but they do all the illustrations. So illustrations come from them.
Well, I think you want a diversity. Amazon's pretty big and all the rest of it. Very hard.
Amazon's massive.
Talk to, as big as they are and the money they've made, this is the part that really just pisses me off.
Yeah.
Still can't get the service. They want you to email or go online or go here. Then you do get numbers. Finally, you dig them out to get a little bit of support, I found anyway, if I was publishing for my clients.
Mm-hmm.
And it went to the Philippines, of course, and he didn't have a clue what I was talking about because I was trying to find out, look, the book was put in December. My client would have liked, it was a special book for businesses that I produce, okay?
Sure.
And he wanted it for December for the family coming and hand out the books, Christmas time and all that jazz. What are we in February, whatever it is? I think it was 3 days ago I got the books.
Oh, my heavens.
I know you're busy, Amazon, and I know you're behind. Hey, with all the money you've got, there should be no excuses. And there's tons of others out there now. This is why, we've been showing them with you. That quite frankly, there's got to be more ways than one of getting your publication out there.
Right.
And there are.
And there is. They're just hard to find. Draft to Digital was difficult to find. There's another one that I just found out about yesterday. And actually Brandy found it for me. It's called Ingram, INGRAM.
Oh, Ingram Spark. You've been around for donkeys. Yeah.
Yeah. I had not heard of them, but she knew about them. So
but plenty of others coming out too. And I got to put them all on the site eventually, plus other stuff there, because as you know, I'm trying to help authors.
Sure. And we appreciate you being there for us.
I'm sorry, say again?
I say, we appreciate you being there for us.
Well, I got to make a living. Listen, what was I going to ask you? Oh, let's go to, anyway, that's the crew. Yeah. Before we go, let's give them a plug. We've got the bearded one in the front.
Well, it's hard to figure out who that would be.
And the one on your right is who?
The one on my right is Lisa.
That's that.
The lady on my left is Kat.
That's Kat.
The guy back behind Kat is Ray.
All right. What does Ray do?
And Ray is one of the readers, and he's also graphic design artist. He gives me a sketch of what I think I'm looking for.
Okay.
So when I talk to U.S. Book Publishing about graphic design, they get an idea. So Ray and I work really, really well together.
Over here on the other side, what does she do?
Okay, the other girl is Mia's actually one of them, and then the girl right in the center, right above me, is Lisa.
That's Lisa, right?
And the tall guy back there is Robert. And Robert's my IT person. Robert keeps things going for me because I'm always crashing a computer.
Well, there you go. Now, look, somebody's watching this who's a one-man operation trying to get off the ground as a writer and trying to publish, doesn't know what to do left, right, and center. Look at you. You got a whole darn battleship full of people.
And this is all done by accident, thanks to my girls.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is you must be selling. How do you afford all this? Unless they're on contract, you know what I mean? Contract workers.
Well, Draft to Digital don't charge you.
Really?
If you self-publish Draft to Digital, they take a % of what you sell.
Right. Once you've sold it. Yeah.
Once you sold it, but you can put it on there, and certainly ebooks. I have ebooks on there right now that's on sale for 25 cents.
Yeah, I know.
And I think the highest price of anything on there is like $3.99, maybe $4.99. And that's for a paperback. So
it's all going to change, my friend, with AI coming in and all different sorts of things. I was speaking to an author the other day who had spent something like $175,000 and has sold 9 books.
Oh, my gosh.
Those days are going. Trust me.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of exciting things you're going to get on Nothing Like a Good Book. And someone said to me the other day, I love your site, it's terrific. But when I got to the contact page and I saw that you do all sorts of other stuff, you've got to understand something. Not everybody. Yes, writers, I wrote longhand, people have written a longhand, or they've typed, they've done it the sweat way, real authors, okay? Now there's AI. Well, you don't let AI, for starters, write your book. It's only to help you. And
you have to have a personal connection to them.
Of course you do. It's wonderful. But I also offer lots of
That's like my Easter book. I mean, that Easter book takes me back to the Jordan River in Bethlehem.
Right.
Without that travel and without those words that I've written, that book would mean nothing to me. So when you go to AI, and I don't understand AI, but I did have a great conversation with my publisher, Sophie, because someone in a review said I was using AI. And I said, well, I don't do any of the illustrations, so it's certainly not me. So I want to
use Chat GPT. I'm telling you now, in the future, whatever, for writing. Gemini, Claude, there's so many more better ones for doing that. But the reality is, you'll pick it up. The algorithms won't work with it when it all boils down. So it's not worth doing that. But what I offer is, if someone says to me, look, I had a fantastic speech last night, I wish to God I could have kept it in print. Well, then I print it for them. You know what I mean? If they've done a summit, and they'd like to keep hold of that, I do it for them. And then there's the person, this is the only time I do this, but even then it's legit. If there's somebody says to me, Mark, I've always wanted to do a book. It doesn't have to be big, I just want to talk about my business mainly, or I do have a novel in mind, or whatever. I say, okay. So what I do is I plan with them at no charge in the beginning, some charge a fortune. I charge nothing to do this. We talk and discuss how we're going to go about it. But then I interview them. And I interview them either once for an hour, or I interview them for 10, 12 weeks for an hour. And those interviews all become chapters. But it's them writing, it's them talking, right? I just clean it all up and fix it all up and make it beautiful and get a cover for it and have the AI fix what it's after it's edited and after it's proofread.
Right.
And that gives the author a chance then to the person I've interviewed. It gives them a chance to make some changes. And so on and so on. So that's the furthest thing you can get away from AI when it comes to that, right? Because I've been studying it now for 2 years. And as my age, I mean, I never got on a darn computer till I was 40. So the kids of today are so lucky. You know what I mean? They're ahead of the game. But for us, AI is fantastic if you work it the right way and don't let it control you. And there's going to be stuff out soon anyway. Every time Dick and Harry's jumping on board now, I can see that, just press a button and it writes the book. I understand it takes away the real principle of being a writer, but you use AI to help you in the writing. That's a different ballgame. That's a different ballgame.
I need someone to teach me AI then, because I really don't know it. I don't think I have it on my computers, at least.
I'll send you some links for you to study. I haven't got the time, man. I'm a one-man army at 7 days a week, 24.
Oh, I realize that, Mark. We're old friends here.
Well, you've been ill. Where's the time? You got to prioritize, man. It's so hard. It's almost like you got to. But that's life, And
Sure.
I'm opening up, more interviews now. I'm finding some fascinating people to interview for the Mark Bishop Show, which is, more about entrepreneurs and thought leaders and thinkers and people that help other people who have achieved things from nothing. And I enjoy that sort of stuff, and I'm hoping to do a book from that, actually, from the Mark Bishop Show, where I will have individual chapters, of the people I've interviewed, and be able to feature them and then market them, because that's what I do. It's not just a matter of an interview. The work starts afterwards, and all the costs do too, but that's where it is.
Sure.
You're fascinating. I'm going to go to a 2-shot. Thanks, team. Lovely meeting you all. They must be all very, very happy and excited that, that you have come as far that you have.
We've all been friends for a long time, and it's an honor to sit around with them. And everybody take a character, and we sit around at night and read when we have time. They all work and have separate jobs and teach and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's
but
right.
So when we have a chance to be together, it's great.
All right. So the advice you would give a writer watching this potential writer, look, there's novels, there's drama, there's so many genres, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, somebody that really wants to write bedtime stories and write for children. You know, I've got a book in mind with my little doggy, you know, The Prince of Cape Horn.
Oh, right? Sure. Beautiful. I love it.
Well, I don't know which way to start. You know, I mean, I'm trying to remember, why is it so important that I want to write a book about my dog, for God's sake?
Well, I think the first thing that you want to do when you start a manuscript is figure out, what do you want to say? I mean, are you trying to tell your dog you love her? Or are you trying to take her on an adventure, take her on a trip, have her save somebody? Or you save her?
He saved my life by taking me out of severe depression.
Yeah.
And made me want to fire again and use my God-given gifts and skills. And I walked him around the golf course, but not on the course itself. And, you know, he's just such a little darling, he. And it was quite funny, actually. How long have I got? We got a minute. My son actually got him, first of all, from the rescue place, right? Little tiny little thing he was. And my wife was with him, and he brought him home. I took him home, and he was working full-time. So he was in an apartment at that stage before he bought his house. And, you know, the poor little thing was left on his own every day. So when he brought him home to visit to us, you know, it was fantastic. And I was a bit anti, no, not on the bed, no, not in the bed type of guy first. And now he just takes over everything.
Oh, sure.
I love him to death. And the reality is it was time to go one day. And he sat up next to my wife, right? And me, I was on the other side. And my son's at the front door saying, come on, let's go. And he said, I ain't living here, buddy. This is too good.
I'm at home now. Yeah.
I'm at home now. That's it, man.
I'll tell you what I tell my daughters and other people that ask me, get on the keyboard, get on your typewriter, and just start typing. Think about your dog and just start typing. It don't matter what you say. Don't matter punctuations. Right. Just start putting stuff, put down 100 words, 120 words. Put it aside, go off and do something. Come back and read it later, and then see what it says. Run it through grammar, spelling, make sure that's where you want it.
So you don't write with notes and bits and pieces and stick on things on your computer like some people do. You don't use the template and say, I got to start here, and these are the tropes, and these are the blessed this, and this is this. You know what I mean? You just let it pour out of there. Is that right?
I do. I just start, and this is what once I get an idea, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is a manuscript, and this is the characters, what they're going to do, their importance inside the story. Now they change as you move forward.
Right.
The characters you start out with are nothing what you end up with, at least in my case.
There you go.
But I've got something down to work off of.
You know, that massive hit, you know, I always, Mark, you're getting old. If they flew around on broomsticks and everything, you know.
Tim Burton. No. Hang on.
Massive series. G.K. Rowling.
Oh yeah. Now I'm blank. I want to say Lord of the Rings, but it's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Thank you very much.
Harry Potter. So yeah, good books right there. Great book. She had a really good imagination.
Well, mate, yeah, and to write it on a bloody napkin.
Yeah.
Character.
Yeah.
But I saw your massive thing there, the size of a billboard.
And I carried those all
writing on a napkin. These characters who are going to be in Harry Potter. Not bad.
Oh yeah, and she had to add to it. Some drop off.
There you go.
I have hundreds of those, just stacks. I mean, I got plastic tubs full of that stuff. But one thing about me is AI and computers and stuff didn't exist when I started writing. And 93, 94% of everything I've written was done in 70, mostly 80, and 90s. So this stuff didn't exist then. So, you know, my writing's authentic in just in the fact that I didn't have anybody to help me.
I think anybody that's got something inside them that they want to write about is already there in the chest, in the heart.
It is.
It's up to the mind. And you're right in what you're saying. Whatever you're thinking about, just get it down.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be readable yet. It doesn't have to be anything. Just whatever you're thinking, get it down.
That's exactly whatever your
And then go
thoughts
back
are.
at it later and say, well, that would fit there and that would fit. Oh, that's how that came about,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll call on you for your little bit of support in reference to doing characters and finding me a really good, graphic. I can't do that myself. That's what frustrates me. I'm not a techie. So I never even learned Canva, but well,
Brandy and I both would love to work with you because we like to read your book. And you know what, Mark? Everyone has a story to tell. I tell people to get it down on paper. Everyone has
I got a few. I got a massive life story to share and talk about, but this one's a little different. This one I want for kiddies.
Sure.
I just want you to enjoy Dixon and
right,
because he's the soul man. He's an angel. He's an absolute. I believe in that. And he was sent here to do a job. He was sent here to do his job, and he's done it beautifully.
There you go. Then he deserves recognition. Everyone has a poem in their heart, a song in their head, and a book or story to tell. So get it on paper.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much. This is where you go, ladies and gentlemen. https doncampbellbooks.com/. And it's going to be on the site on markbishopmedia.com. Photograph there, bio, links to the things, or the whole thing will be there, but also I'll be eventually getting it up on the site as with all the others, because everybody we use gets triple promoted. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. But anyway. All right, my friend, I got to go. Lovely speaking with you. All the very best with the new releases coming out. And one last thought for our future budding writers. One last thought from you.
Enjoy what you write. Write from your heart. Make it mean something to you. Glenn Campbell told me this on a flight from Phoenix to Atlanta. We were sitting together, and I was writing, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just goofing off, passing time." And he said, let me read it. So he read it, and he said, "You know what? That's really good." And I said, "Well, and he said, "No," he says, "Write for yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks or says.
Right.
Write for you. If you like it, if it means something to you, then it means something. And that's the only person you care about.
That's all.
If other people like it, then that's a bonus. But make it mean something to you. Write for you."
Thank you.
I thought that was great advice.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All
Thank
right.
you.
Was absolutely marvelous. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Don Campbell. I put it all up with the books and what have you. So you've got that. And it's also YouTube. You can go there. Look at that one, Enchanted Characters. Also, it's a Barnes and Noble and Lulu, Draft to Digital, Amazon, of course. But there he is. What a great character. So thank you for joining in. I appreciate it very, very much. I hope you liked and learned something from that. Dedicated to authors. Nothing like a good book. I'm Mark Bishop. Discovering your book. Love to find out about your books. Doesn't matter whether it's an ebook or it's a novel or it's a Gone with the Wind or it's a short 6-page chapter. It's your baby. You want to promote it. You want to talk about it. You want to get it out there. Come on the show. Doesn't cost a fortune for what you get with all the marketing. Believe me, promoting your book is the name of the game. And selling your book, well, it's a bonus if you get some extra sales. We don't want them in the garage with dust all over them, okay? That's not a thing. So join us again soon for Nothing Like a Good Book.